You've got to be fucking kidding me. I was literally just about to record a video. My fucking nose bleeding all the time. And then, right before I'm about to record it, all of a sudden, it starts bleeding again. Oh my god. Fucking stupid piece of shit. I feel like a woman. Why do I feel like a woman? Well, because, as you just saw, I keep fucking bleeding. It's really starting to get quite annoying. Today is Wednesday, and I have bled 12 times since Saturday. So, since Saturday, I've been bleeding 12 times. 12 fucking times. Now, of course, when I post this video, it will not be Wednesday because YouTube, once again, has decided to take down another one of my videos and give me a strike for it, meaning that I cannot post new videos for 1 week. Quite disgraceful. And they say it's for my content violated their policy on hate speech. Now, first of all, that video clearly is a character. Timothy Peppermint, obviously, it was not advocating actual hate speech. Clearly that was a character, and it was making fun of homophobia and homophobes. It was not actually advocating for it. So that's first of all the problem. Now, second of all, YouTube says, we do not allow content on YouTube glorifying or inciting violence. Now, that is a lie because, let me tell you, Ben Shapiro is on YouTube. He has his channel, The Daily Wire. The Daily Wire, that's a fucking stupid name, by the way. The Daily Wire, and it has millions of fucking subscribers, and he always is on there saying shit like, every day he's saying shit like, wait, hold on. I think we should go to a war with Iran. We really should bomb them. We should bomb Iran. Kill their civilians. Disproportionate attacks are good. You've got to bomb about 3,000 of their civilians. Just in case. Just as a warning to them not to mess with us. Bomb 3,000 of them. That's the shit. Every day he's doing shit like that. We've got to bomb someplace. Now, YouTube says they don't allow inciting violence. Why is Ben Shapiro still on your channel? I mean, why is he still on your platform? And Ben Shapiro also often engages in hate speech too, with his Arabs like to bomb crap and live in open sewage. And shit like that every day. Palestinians are dark-hearted. Shit like that. But they let him go on there, but they don't allow my videos of Timothy Peppermint, who is a fucking character making fun, a caricature Oh my god, so they allow this actual guy inciting actual hate speech, inciting actual violence. They let him go on there with millions of fucking views, millions of subscribers. They let him on the channel, but they do not allow me to post videos with a character meant to make fun of those people. That is not fair. Now, why am I talking about Ben Shapiro? This video is supposed to be about nosebleeds. These nosebleeds are so annoying, bro. I don't even have to touch my nose for them to happen. I can just literally, and this has happened several times now, I will just sneeze. Just sneeze. Don't even touch my nose. Just sneeze. And then my nose will start bleeding just because I sneezed. Just because I sneezed. That's all it takes to trigger it. You just have to sneeze. Achoo! And then it just starts bleeding. I mean, what the fuck? Why would it bleed when I sneeze? That doesn't make any sense. And you know what's really gross about these nosebleeds? Is that I don't know how this happens, but somehow the blood, you try and get it to stop bleeding. So you have a tissue, and you're covering your nose, and you try and get it to stop bleeding, and then somehow the blood transfers itself from your nose, and it travels, and somehow it gets in your mouth. Then I have this fucking blood in my mouth that's been in my nose, and somehow it goes. How the fuck does it get from my nose to my mouth? I mean, what the fuck? It just. Bleh. So I'll be covering my nose trying to block it and stop it, and then the next thing I know, my mouth is fucking full of blood, and I have to spit it out, and it's so disgusting. And supposedly, the reason why people get nosebleeds, other than if you've been punched in the face or something, is because your nose is dry. So I said, maybe it's dry. So I said, well, perhaps I can maybe I can so what I did is I tried putting some petroleum jelly shit in my nose so that it won't be dry. And I've been doing this every day for the past several days, thinking, okay, this is going to make my nose stop being so dry and stop the nosebleeds. But it doesn't do any fucking thing. My nose just keeps bleeding anyway. So, now what other reason could my nose be bleeding? I mean, I'm not turned on. I mean, isn't that actually weird? Why do animes do that? Why do they have it? How come when someone is turned on in anime, they have their nose bleed? That doesn't make any sense. Why would your nose bleed because of that? That doesn't make any sense. You see someone and you're damn, and then your nose bleeds. Why do they do that? That makes no sense. That's very weird. These animators obviously do not have a very good understanding of human biology. Probably failed their class. Maybe they had Mr. Runyon as a teacher, and that's why they failed, because he never teaches. Back to the nosebleeds. Some people have said, Travis, that's not normal, that you're bleeding all the time, that even when you put the petroleum jelly in your nose to try and moisturize it, your nose is still fucking bleeding. It's bleeding even just from a sneeze. You should go see the doctor. Now, here's the problem with that. We are in a fucking pandemic. This coronavirus fucking dumbass shit. Now, do I really want to go to the doctor during a pandemic? I mean, I don't have coronavirus. Or if I do, I don't know. But, I mean, I'm not going to go to the doctor for a nosebleed when there are people with a fucking deadly fucking disease and we're in a pandemic and a whole bunch of people have it and some hospitals are being overrun, I'm not gonna fucking go in there and say, hey, my nose is bleeding. See, I'm not gonna do that. So, I've gotta wait. I've gotta wait until this thing is over. I don't know when this fucking thing is gonna be over. This could be like over in like fucking 3 months or some shit. Is how long I could be waiting. Fucking maybe even 4 months, 6 months. Could be waiting like my nose just keeps bleeding for half a year, maybe. And also I have like, and the nose bleeding is actually just one thing. I have like 3 other medical issues besides the nosebleeds that I actually need to see the doctor for. So, but I've gotta wait. Gotta be patient. You know, here's another problem. I don't even know who my doctor is. I have no idea. No idea who my doctor is. I have no idea because I got a new doctor when I turned 18 and I became a grown-up. My doctor was changed, and so I have a new one. I don't know who they are because I've never seen them. I went in because I had the flu once, and I went in then, but they weren't there that day, so I never met them. I don't know who this person is. I don't even know their name. I don't even know if I want to see the doctor for the nosebleeds. Because, I mean, what are they going to say? Because, you know, once I did go to the doctor for the nosebleeds. Because this isn't a new thing. This has been happening since, like, at least 2017, where my nose just all of a sudden just randomly starts bleeding. It happened in 2017. It happened in 2018. It happened in 2019. Now it's happening in 2020. This is a recurring thing. So, I don't know if I really need to go to the doctor for it, because this isn't, like, a new thing. And also, I went to the doctor for it in 2018, and let me tell you, I did not enjoy that experience, because what they did is, in order to treat the nosebleed, they had it cauterized, my nose. And I went there to the doctor, and so what they do is, first of all, what they did is, they put this tube, this like tube thing, and it has a camera on it, but it's this really tiny camera, and they put it up your nose. Now, I don't know why the fuck they did this, but they put this tiny little tube with a camera on it up your nose, and, let me tell you this, they put it really, like really fucking far up there. They like really shove it in there, like they really shove it in there, and they put it up so far, like very uncomfortably far. Like I didn't even know that you could put it up that far. Like I didn't even know it. Like there's that much fucking space in your nose. So they put it up so far. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that there's that much space in there. And then, so they put that, and it's a very uncomfortable feeling. It's like, what the fuck is this? And then they finally take that out. And then what they did after that is, they take this little thing, like a little, like, thing of paint. They have this little brush thingy, and it has paint, a black paint, and they put it up your nose. But this paint fucking hurts, man. It, like, burns you, this paint. It's like, what the fuck? Why is this paint hot? And then they do that, and then they say, okay. Like, what the fuck? And then it's done, I guess. So then, after that, I went, and I left the doctor's office. Now, this is the thing. Now, most people might say, listen to that and say, oh, why wouldn't you just, that doesn't sound so bad, you know? I mean, you just get this it's uncomfortable, they put something up your nose, it's uncomfortable for like a very brief few moments, that's not too bad. I mean, that really doesn't sound that bad. Now, here's the thing, though, is that most people are not me. Because I am fucking crazy. And when I left that thing... See, when I left, I looked in the mirror, and I noticed, hey, there's still some paint. There's like a little bit of paint, like coming out from my nose. And so I tried to wipe it off. But guess what? The paint would not come off. And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? And now most people... Now, the doctor explained this to me. I went to the doctor, back to the doctor, and I said, why the fuck isn't this paint coming off? What the fuck did you do, huh? You fucking vandalized my nose? And then he says, oh, actually, that's normal, you know. It doesn't come off, like, it takes, like, 3 days to come off. And then, so most people might say, well, that's not that bad. But, see, I'm a very paranoid individual. And so, even though the doctor told me it comes off in 3 days, I was like, what the fuck? What if this never comes off? Oh my god, what the fuck? What if this is just, like, here permanently? And it's really not that bad. It's like a tiny little thing. Like, very tiny, but I was still, like, freaking... It's not like some huge thing, but it was some tiny little... But I was still freaking out anyway. Oh my god, what if this is permanent? Oh my fucking god, what the fuck? What if this is just on my face ever? My face is just ruined for the whole rest of my life. Oh my fucking god. So then, like, I had a mental breakdown over this tiny little paint in my nose, and I, like, fucking ran, like, to the street, like... several times almost ran into the streets, into the cars to try and get run over. But, so clearly I'm not a very rational individual, you know, because it was just that tiny little paint and I'm trying to get run over. I mean, imagine trying to run yourself over because of some tiny little paint that comes off in 3 days. Like in a tiny mark too, not even a big mark. But, so, I clearly am not a very sane individual. So, and in hindsight, it seems like very stupid. Like, why the fuck did I do that? But, clearly I'm not very, my mind does not work properly. So, I did not enjoy that experience. I'm not sure if I want a rerun of that. And here's the thing, that cauterizing thing doesn't even work that long. Like, it works like a few, like, months, maybe, at most. So I did all that, went through all that fucking shit, and then it just starts bleeding again. So I'm not sure if I want to go back to the doctor for that and have that all done again and go fucking crazy again over some stupid shit. But we'll see. Usually, I will say, though, is it bleeds for like a few days. There's a period of time where it's just bleeding a whole bunch, and then eventually it stops. So, we will see. Hopefully that happens again. But then again, I don't know if that's what's going to happen, because, let me tell you, with my knee, there was a time where the knee thing wasn't new either. It used to be that my knee would just start randomly hurting for no reason, and that happened several times before. So when it happened in 2015, it wasn't really a new thing. I was like, oh, this shit again. But usually what I did is I put like some cream on it, and it usually would go away. That's what I did before. All the other times, some cream, I don't even remember what it was now. But then this time I did it, and it didn't work, and I was like, what the fuck? And then, that time, even though it had happened a whole bunch of times before, my knee started hurting like that. This time I had to go to the hospital and get fucking surgery for it, and be there for like 3 weeks at the hospital, then like another 3 weeks or something at home. So I don't know. Maybe the nose is like that, and it's just not going to stop bleeding. And, because, I can't say, oh, well, it's happened before, this isn't new, because that's the same thing with the knee. It happened before, But for some reason, it was different this time, and I had to go to the hospital and get a surgery. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this thing. But I guess we will see in half a year or some shit, whenever this thing ends. I don't know. We'll see.